What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today, what is good, what is up? Today I'm going to be showing you guys a typical workout kind of circuit I do whenever I do arms day. For those of you who don't know, hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy and I am a dancer slash gymnast, and I want to share with you guys what I'm doing while I'm still in isolation, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, to stay fit and to keep, not to lose my abilities, my muscle or my flexibility. So I thought I would show you guys what I've been doing while I was in quarantine. So let's get started. Okay, so I always start with conditioning, always. No matter if I'm doing an all-body day, whether I'm doing leg day, arm day, it doesn't matter. I always start with conditioning, and I always try to work my abs. So I posted a daily quick workout routine. That was the last video that is up on my channel, and I always start with that routine. So I start with 10 push squats on each side. Okay, then I do some ab work. Normally I would do 10 to 20 regular squats, but I already did those today. I kind of like to do those like in the morning. I'll get out of bed, I'll do a little stretch, and then I'll do like some squats or something just to get my heart rate up a little bit. If you guys would like to see that, I would be totally down to show you guys like what I do in the mornings, because I always stretch. For reference, it's like almost 3 o'clock now, so I usually do these workouts in the afternoon, but this will come into play in a second. Anyways, I always do some ab work, so today I'm going to do some pike sit-ups and some V-ups, and I think I'm going to do 20 of each. I thought it's like my go-to number is like 10 or 20 usually. So I'm going to start with pike sit-ups, and then I'm going to do V-ups. And I'm going to put you guys down here so you can see like my form. Perfect angle. Let's sit. Oh my gosh. That's like the best angle. Okay. Okay, so I do 20 of those, which if you guys couldn't see the greatest, you guys, I feel like couldn't see my feet. You basically just lay down. I'm doing all this in my room. So if you guys are making excuses that you can't work out, or you're like, you can't do stuff because you don't have a huge space, I'm doing this in my room and I haven't even moved any furniture. Like, I have a little space in the middle of my floor. My bed's right there. I mean, you can have seen this thing rolling around. My desk is over there. I have all my like dresser behind me. I just have a little space, but I do this every single day. So all y'all saying you don't have time out there, gotcha. Okay. Or not that you don't have time, you don't have space. Of course, you do have time while we're in quarantine as well. But basically, point your toes, legs together, pike position. You'll lay down, pull with your abs up, stretch out, go down, but don't set your head back on the floor. So it really works your abs. Now I'm gonna do V-ups. Those are a lot harder for me, so I think I'm gonna stay with 10. I've only been doing this workout routine, I think this is like my 4th or 5th day, really getting back into it every single day instead of every other day. So I'm still kind of just getting back into it. So I think I'm gonna do 10 V-ups. Okay, so that's kind of my little circuit I go through. Grab some water if you need to. Whoa, the lid came off. Here we go. I have some lemon water. I'm sweating, I'm feeling good. And this is all I really want in my workouts, is to get my heart rate up, but also work on my technique. So doing those pike ones, toes pointed, squeeze your legs together in position as if you were doing a pike jump or doing a like front pike or back pike or something. Keep that tight position. Work on your form. Work on your feet. Work on your toes. Point, 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 point. I really do drill form, and I stretch every single day. If you want to do this, you don't have an excuse not to. Like, a valid one. I'm doing this in my room. I have a huge workout room in my basement, but I'm doing this in my room because I just want to take like 20-30 minutes to do this quick. So you can follow this. You can do your own. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do the same number of repetitions. Do what works for you. Everybody has to start somewhere. And I feel like starting in your own home, even in your own room or living room, is a lot more comfortable than trying to go to the gym if you're just starting. Because I feel like at the gym, at least for me, when you're first starting, it's kind of like you feel like everybody's looking at you and everybody's watching you and judging you, and you don't have to worry about that in the comfort of your own home. So, you know, and with isolation, if you're not working, which if you are working and you're an essential worker, props to you. Mad props. Yeah, you guys are the GOAT, like, for real. So anyways, I stretch a little bit, and then we're gonna get to arm work. So this is arm day. Let me know if you'd like to see leg day. Today is Saturday. Yes, I work out on Saturday. I work out on Sunday. I work out every day of the week because it brings me joy. So just clear that up. Now, I'm going to do some push-ups. I start with girl push-ups, which, as you can see, my form is not the best, but basically you just like bend your knees and then do push-ups, which I find exhilarating. So I'm gonna do 10. It really forces you to lower your shoulders, whereas I find when I go into a normal push-up, I'm still working on mine, but when I go into a normal push-up, I tend to push up, but my hips drop instead of my shoulders. So when you do the girl push-up, you can't drop your hips, you have to do your shoulders, so it really does work. Now I'm gonna do 5 good push-ups. And if I do a bad one, it doesn't count. I try to push myself the same as my coach and or instructor would push me. I try to do the same they would. So I know they would say 5 good ones. If you do one that's not a good one, it doesn't count. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Drop your hips. Nope, that wasn't a good one. That's 4. That's 5. Okay, so I did 5 good push-ups. I did 10 girl push-ups. Now we're gonna do more arm work. And all you need for this is a wall, like for reals. All you need is a wall. I have this one I'm gonna use. It has some stuff on it, but you're not gonna need a whole lot of it. I'm just gonna unplug my night light and my battery charger for my camera batteries. I'm just gonna set them over in the floor. Put in my dirty clothes basket. Okay, now let me find a good place where you guys can see me. and like what I'm doing and all that jazz. Okay, that's a pretty good spot. Okay, so I'm gonna work on my handstands for a quick sec. So basically, especially if you're new to handstands, okay, wait a second. Especially if you're new to handstands, but even if you aren't, I've been doing gymnastics and dance for like 5 years on and off, and I've been able to do a handstand. I've never lost my handstand once I learned how to do it. So even if you're not a beginner like me, use a wall, especially if you're at home and you don't have a spotter, because there are so many times that I've done a free handstand, and I'm not saying don't do those because those are so good for you, but when you need to do this kind of exercise, doing it against the wall, one, makes it easier, but two, I feel like is safer for me. So take that, do with that what you will. But basically, you're just gonna go into a handstand up against a wall, a little bit away from it. I like to like kneel down, and then wherever my feet are, that's where I'm gonna put my hands. So I'm just gonna go up into a handstand, touch the wall, pointed toes, legs together, push through. Now you're going to rotate from side to side and lift one arm up. Keep your arms to your ears and go. 1, 2. It's okay if you lose form in your legs. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I average doing about 6, and they're not very good. They should be down to your shoulder, or up to your shoulder. I can't do them that good. That's just, they're supposed to be handstand shoulder touches. I'm working on it, and you have to start somewhere. I'm nowhere close to touching my shoulder, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna do that and try to hit 6 3 more times. Okay. I love being upside down. It's just the gymnast in me. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a 30-second break and stretch out my wrists. I'm also, you can't see me, but I'm sitting in a half split. But I'm also going to stretch out these wrists, because we're about to do handstand holds. So my wrists hurt because I did some handstand push-ups yesterday. Yesterday was, I really didn't do any day yesterday. I just did kind of an all-body day, but I did some handstand push-ups. So they kind of hurt. I'm just gonna take a little break, stretch them out. Okay, now we're gonna do handstand holds. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna kick up into a handstand. Pointed toes, pointed toes, pointed toes. I cannot stress that enough. Work on your toes. If nothing else, work on your toes. Kick up. Get both legs straight, pointed toes, then push off the wall so only your toes are touching the wall, and you're holding as much of your weight on your own as you can. Push away from the wall and balance touching nothing with your toes if you can. Now, I aim to hold for 10 seconds. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a timer on my phone, and I'm going to set my timer to 10 seconds. I'm going to do 12 seconds because getting up into the handstand. Start it, go up, and then when it goes off, I'll come down, and I'll do that 3 times. It really does work on your shoulder strength. Then we're going to do shoulder shrugs. All right, ready and go. Okay, we're gonna do that, like I said, 2 more times. More. Okay. Whew. Okay, so. Okay. So good job. If you did that, my wrists super duper hurt. So I'm gonna stretch them. I'm just doing that stretch from the floor and then flip them. I think I already said we were going to do shoulder shrugs, but to be completely honest, my wrists hurt pretty bad. I haven't done that many handstands in a minute, like 3-4 days. So I'm going to save that for another day. But shoulder shrugs, you basically go into a handstand and literally you just shrug your shoulders. That really works on your shoulder strength and your wrist strength. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is back bends. It works on your shoulders, also works on your back flexibility. You're going to need that wall again. The only thing you need in this whole thing is a small space and a wall where you can put your toes against it. That's literally it. So, you're going to stand up against the wall. You're going to put your heels against the wall. You're going to step 2 steps out. You're going to put your ankles hip or shoulder width apart. You're going to go back. You're going to put your hands against the wall and walk yourself down to the floor. You're going, and I'll talk you through it from there. So go back to the wall, step, walk down, step as you need to as you're walking down the floor. Now that you're on the floor, you're going to bring your knees together, straighten them if you can. I can't fully. Walk your knees under your hips, hands on the wall, walk up, pull with your abs. Make sense? Great. Now, like I said, my wrist super duper hurt. So I'm not going to do a ton of reps of those. I'm just going to set with that one because I did those yesterday too. But that works your back flexibility, that works your shoulders, and your wrists like no other. And honestly, I do not have a very flexible back for being a gymnast and a dancer, so I really need to work on that, especially while I'm in quarantine. Now, this next part, there are some optional sections to it, okay? Again, as I need to, I'm moving things to different parts of my room as I need different areas of my room. Personally, I'm a gymnast and a dancer, and I feel like, I don't know about gymnasts, most of them probably, but definitely dancers know what I'm holding in my hands right now. They know both of these things. These are foam rollers. Well, this is a foam roller. Basically, use it to roll out your muscles. This has little bumps. You can get foam rollers that have these bumps. This is hard plastic. It moves, and you use it to roll out your muscles manually. This, I like to set it like that. I'll work on toe point on this leg, roll out the calf of this one. Especially if you're particularly sore. This calf is particularly sore today. Take this and just roll it down, or you can roll it up and down. It just kind of depends on your preference. These are not required. These are obviously optional. I'm going to take you through some stretches. We are going to use these at the end, but like I said, completely optional. If you have one of those, great. Go ahead, pause the video, bring them in. If not, that's perfectly fine. You do not need them. They are not required. Okay, you're going to sit in your straddle. Basically, pike, Open your legs as wide as you can. Rotate your hips forward. You want to be shifted forward, not leaning back. So open as wide as you can. I don't have very good middle splits. And you're just going to stretch to the forward. We're going to hold these stretches. Again, you can look at a clock. You can use your phone timer. Personally, I'm going to use my phone timer just because it's easy for me and I don't have a clock right here where it's easy to see. So stretch forward and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Okay. I'm going to turn down the volume because my family's out there. Okay. Another 10-second hold. You're going to take your arm by your ear. We're going to start with your right arm by your ear. Left arm over against your right hip. You are going to lean over. Ear to your knee is your goal. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Right arm to the left hip, left arm to your right ear to your left knee for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Come up. Okay, toes pointed this whole time. Through all these stretches, your toes need to be pointed. Now, we're going to stretch the hips, which, we just did. But you're going to pull your knees out, feet together, pull it in as far as you can, and push your knees as far down to the floor as you can. We're going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds. You're going to take your nose to your toes or stretch out beyond if you can. For example, you may be here, stretch your nose to your toes. You want your face to come down to the floor. You want it to be as close as it can. You want your chest to be as flat as it can. Or, if you can get them in further, you can stretch down beyond your toes, nose to the floor. 30 seconds. We're going to start by just really working on our knees down, and we start. Just hold your knees down for 10 seconds. And then for this last 20, nose to your toes. Stretch through your hips. Wherever you're at, just pull yourself down as far as you can. Stretch through you should feel it through your hips. Pull yourself down closer to the floor. Hold. Good job. Come up. Okay. Now we're going to stretch our pipe. If you don't know what that is from the exercise we did earlier. Okay. We're going to hold this stretch again for 30 seconds. You're going to start hips forward. We've started the 30 seconds. Grab your ankles if you can. I'm not very good at this. I'm not very flexible in this position. Pull down as far as you can. You want to hold this for 30 seconds. If you can, reach down to your feet. Really pull. You should feel it in your calves and the back of your knees. Pull your chest to your knees. Nose to your knees. Really pull this last few seconds. Pull, 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 pull. Come up. Good job. Okay, now we're going to stretch our front splits. The first stretch is a runner's lunge. I feel like everybody knows this, but basically, do not let your knee go over your toes. You want to push your hips to the floor. We are going to hold this for 30 seconds, and the time has started. Your elbows onto your knee. Push, drive your knee forward, drive your hips down to the floor. Just think about driving your hips down to the floor and pushing your back leg as straight as you can. Really stretch your hips because we're preparing to do those front splits and you need your hips to be stretched out for that. So just drive your hips to the floor as flat as you can. Hold it, push a little harder down, and good job. Okay, now we're going to stretch this. Your leg is straight. You should feel it in the back of your knee. This leg is still bent. You want your nose to your knee. Hold it for 30 seconds. Hands to your feet or your foot and pull down. Nose to your knee. If you lose your balance, find your balance. Back, nose to your knee. Come out to the sides, drive it down. Good job. Okay, now you're going to sit back. This is not a hard stretch. I feel like everybody can do this. Make sure both front and back toes are pointed. Kind of stretching here. You shouldn't feel it too bad. You're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. It's not really, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. I'm very open to doing different days. I hope this helps everybody. I know it's been hard for me to find free workouts, so I thought I would do my own, because I know dancers, especially that don't have equipment, are struggling right now, and I want to help y'all out. Good job holding that. Okay, now we're going to go down into our front splits, and we're going to hold it for 30 seconds, and I'm warning you guys, mine is not flat and not the greatest. So you're going to start here. You're going to push and get as flat as you can, keeping your knee straight. Get my phone back here. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, we're going to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Ready, and go. You can keep your hands by your sides. You can tell I'm trying to correct my knee. Good job. Okay, I'm not going to do the same thing to the other side. A lot of people do, and if you want to, you can follow the exact same thing for 30-second holds on the other side, but I can't even get close on my splits on the other side, to be completely honest, so I've just really been working on my good side. Okay, it's not the best advice, honestly. Stretch both sides. But honestly, this side is just so sore. I'm just going to roll it out. So now we're going to get your rollers. If you don't have one of these, you do not need to buy it at all. This is not required. You can do a couple of things if you don't have these. You can either skip this and call it a day with the stretches we did, or you can use household appliances, things you find around your house. So instead of using this foam roller, you could use a can of soup. I'm trying to think of something that has like bumps on it. Yeah, I don't know that you'd be able to replace this, but you could use a can of soup. Bottled water is not the best idea, but just something that's solid and round. It doesn't have to be this big round. Like I said, you can use a can of soup. We're going to start with this one. So grab whatever you have, or you can skip this part, either way. Toes pointed. We're going to work on toe point on this one. You are driving your toes to the floor. You are working on arching the middle of your foot. This leg, we're going to roll out our calf. Basically, lift, bend your knee, and extend it. Bend and extend. Keep this toe pointed. That's all you're doing. Bend and extend. That is it. You just want to roll out your muscle. It's kind of like a stretch, but it's not really a stretch. You're just rolling her out. Drive. Toe to the floor on this side. Work on that arch. My foot cramps every time I do that, but it's such a good stretch for you. I don't have a toe point stretcher. They're like $50 off Amazon, so I don't really see the point in it. I just drive my toe to the floor. Okay, we're gonna switch legs. This toe. Toe to the floor, arch middle of your foot, and roll out this calf. It is such a nice day out, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like sunny. It's really nice out today. It's the day before Easter. It's Saturday. He is risen, just as he said, everybody. Okay. It's an exciting day. We're having Easter dinner today. And it's going to be nice just having a quiet Easter day tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to be really nice. So, okay. Now, I'm going to take this manual roller. If you don't have it, you can just like take a can of soup and manually roll it. Really, the only reason I use this, it's not really because of the bumps, it's because I can put more pressure to work the knots out of my muscles. I would highly recommend, if you have pants or like I have leggings on right now, I would highly recommend you roll them up over, like for right now I'm going to roll out this calf because it's super sore. I'm going to roll my leggings up over my knee just so that this doesn't like fray the material. Okay. I honestly should have done that with this roller too, but just make sure you roll your pant leg up before you manually roll out, just because you don't want to tear up your pants, and I did that to a pair once. Okay. I'm just doing that honestly because this one's super sore and has some knots in it. Okay, that's it guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of workout with me. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Definitely comment and let me know if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy while in isolation, and I wish every single one of you a very happy Resurrection Sunday. Bye guys.